I'm ready to go. فقعت No, I mean, it's not recording live, so if you want to give us like a minute or two. He's having a problem stream.
He just grabbed the mics for, give me 1 second. Did anyone hear from Councilman Rafai? I see him earlier.
Hey,
I can go live right now if
yeah.
you'd like.
I'll go right back. Okay.
Are we good for 18?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I call this meeting of Hamtramck City Council to order. Today is Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. Would the clerk call the rules, please, or whoever you have of her?
Yep, we're going to do roll call. Mayor Amir Ghalib,
Present.
Councilman Fa'i, Councilman Musa,
Present.
Councilman Sadman,
Present.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sumairi,
Yeah, present.
Councilman Hassan.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Do we have any community announcements?
Nothing listed, Mayor?
All right. Then it seems like we have a long agenda tonight, so we will proceed to the proclamations, recognitions, and presentations. And we have first one for the GM student program, 7 youth participants to receive certificates of appreciation from the city SCED.
Mr. Mayor, I have Isabel here to bring up our students. Isabel, you want to take it?
Absolutely. I'm glad to welcome back the General Motors Student Corps program to be recognized by Mayor and Council today. Since about 2013, the program has summer after summer brought a group of students to take on different projects in the city like beautification and park cleanups, and they do really terrific work. We're super appreciative of everything they do to contribute to the city and hone their own professional development skills. We have some photos that Brandon is going to pull up of different projects that they've worked on in the city this summer. And then after that, the youth have their own presentation to bring as well. One of the projects they tackled was a cleanup initiative on Hamtramck Drive. They've also taken on trimming different overgrowth that have covered street signs in the city. They've worked on improving seating at Hamtramck Stadium and beautifying Holbrook Park. Okay, and then we'll hold up here. And while he's doing that, I'd invite the youth presenters to come up as well. They have their own visual aid, so we will have them present that for council.
Hello everyone, my name is Imdira Fad.
And my name is Priyanti Roy. And a little background story for us that I am also an immigrant who came here 2 years ago. And when I first came here, obviously we're gonna have immigrant problems whereas not knowing English as our first language as well. And when we came, we first stepped into Hamtramck, and Hamtramck has a lot to give us back. And that's why I've been super grateful to Hamtramck, and my only motto throughout my high school was finding ways to give back to Hamtramck.
Me myself, I came here not very long ago as well, and how Hamtramck has welcomed me. I always wanted to do something for the community, and either it's raising voice or doing something, some projects, and GM has gave me the opportunity to do a lot of community work. And we will like to share some of the major projects that we did, not everything, because we know time is very important to you guys. And, yeah.
I can hold it for you if you'd like.
So first start with our drive project, which is in here.
This road cleanup project was in the northeast corner of the GM plan next to Hamtramck Drive, and corner where there's a middle school, and it wasn't very walkable. Some weeds were taller than me, overgrown tree branches, and we took on the initiative. I think it was also recommended by the city for us to do it, and we partnered up with GM Cares and we helped clean the sidewalk, and now it's very walkable.
And another project that we did is a clean up project and restoration project for a park in Holbrook. This park has this really beautiful gazebo over there, but if you can see, you have to look carefully to see there is a fallen tree over the gazebo. And right opposite to that park is also a school. So if you think about the safety of the school students is also a problem. So that's why we took this project on our hands and we paid somebody to get rid of that fallen tree over the gazebo. We cleaned the gazebo and we also trimmed the trees, branches that was covering the gazebo to avoid any safety hazard in the future.
We also replaced 3 of the Welcome to Hamtramck signs. We drove past them, we saw it was very beat up, and for the visitors coming into Hamtramck, we thought it would affect our reputation, so we took the initiative, we had them replaced as well.
And another one is we also cleaned up the weeds that was covering the sign, which says no turn on red. When drivers go by, they cannot see the sign properly, and that might also cause tickets or future problems to the drivers. So we took the project in our hands and we removed and get rid of all the weeds that was covering the sign, which is no turn on red.
And another project that I'd like to tell you guys, the historic Hamtramck Stadium, we helped stain the bleachers. This project was started by GM Cares along with the city, and they couldn't finish it because of rain and some other reasons. We took on that and we helped finish staining the bleachers, and what I like to say is that we did something for the history. Yeah.
Because it's the history.
It's the historic stadium.
Yeah. And then we did a small project all over, but that's it.
Yeah, that's just
Okay, I'll now present the certificates, and as I read your names, students, if you could just come up and receive them. So first we have GREGORY. Sakib Ahmed. Thank you. And then Arnella Begic. Who's not here. Thank you. And then we have MB Chowdhury. Thank you. And Mohima Akhtar as well. And with Mr. Rahman as well. And Habiba here as well. Thank you.
At the end of both of them, just have all the kids come up and take a picture of Claire and Council.
Excellent. We'll do a photo at the end. And we're thankful for the facilitators of the program, Bob Riley and Amber Patterson, who are here today as well.
You want them now?
No, we'll do the next group, kids, because we have another group of kids.
The next recognition we have this evening before council is the Community and Economic Development Department's own grant-funded summer youth program. This is the 5th year of this program, and we have 6 fantastic students and the coordinator of the youth here as well. They've been with the city since July 1st and have used the past 6 weeks to get a lot done for the community. They've also had a lunch and learn session with city staff and focused on neighborhood cleanups, their favorite project, as well as helping senior citizens with yard work, and have done a lot to beautify parks, public spaces, clean up graffiti, as well as a garden in the library. A second group of our interns has also assisted this summer with the Discover Hamtramck initiative for the Economic Development Department, and that is working to advertise and promote Hamtramck restaurants and businesses with a social media campaign. So we're really grateful for you all, and we hope you stay involved with the city. We have Habiba Ahmed, who's our youth coordinator. And John as well, who's not here today, but we recognize him. We have Sumit Barua. have Reagan Kovalevsky, who is not able to join us. We have Raymond Brill. And Michael Mishchak. And Ryan Burton as well. Excellent, thank you guys.
So let's bring all the kids up in the picture. Mayor and council.
Someone grab Raymond then. So they're coming around to stand with you and take a photo.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're right.
Chief, I feel like you should be there too.
City manager, they should be here because.
We're gonna take
I'm
it.
not taking it.
He's
It's
on
okay,
camera.
it's okay.
All right.
Thank
You
you.
don't have to be able to- We have another one or no?
Everything's police business.
See you next year. Sounds good. Take care. Good job, young man. Take care.
We'll have a graduation next week, Friday. So I want to, not this Friday, next Tuesday. And then so I'm trying to set up a nice
Where's the money? I can't. Thursday?
one is one before, right? One before, it's 10 minutes. And next week is the last day. So we'll have a graduation. I want you to be there.
All right, so
Yeah.
done with presentations, and now we move to additions and deletions. And it seems like we have a couple of them.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to remove number A to new business.
So I'm gonna move resolution, item A, which is resolution 2024. It will be 109.
Okay, and then I'd like to add the new business.
Can I get a second for this one?
Second and
Second.
approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I believe we got to select, make a resolution specifically though, who we're appointing.
I think when we get to the
When
resolution.
we get
we
to the
can-
resolution, discuss.
Well, because right now it's just a blank. It's a common council for the boards and commissions. It doesn't.
When resolution come, we'll discuss. It's okay.
Yeah, when we get there,
discuss.
they can appoint someone and then.
Okay, all right, I'm just clarifying. All right.
Then number S is that we can add. Then I like to put number S, the new one, we can just get it.
R then.
All right.
So you need to vote this, right?
So the next one, the MDOT resolution, it will be S, resolution 110 in the new business, okay?
And I like to be removed.
Let me get the second for that first.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Third one?
Mr. Mayor, I like to be removed, number Q, resolution, and remove from the agenda. Resolution 2024-108, approving street closing to Bangla Town Festival.
I'll second.
Thank you.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. No objections. All right. So now we have a new agenda. I think we need a motion to approve the new amended agenda now.
I'd like to make a motion,
Second.
amend as it is.
All right. Second, who seconded?
Somebody did.
And all in favor of that?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Now, we move to the public comment.
Did they add the next one?
Oh, no.
Did we add the one that I asked for?
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be S, resolution
Yeah, they
110.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, great.
All right, public comments, please.
All right, first up, can we call up Kimberly Fisher? You have 3 minutes, Kimberly, and I'll have a timer here, and I'll let you know when there's 1 minute, 30 seconds, and 10 seconds as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Kimberly Fisher, and I am the new Community Engagement Liaison sent on behalf of the Wayne County CEO, Warren C. Evans. I sent you guys emails introducing myself individually, and I just wanted to come by and show my face to let you guys know that I am here to support any of the issues that are had in Hamtramck with Wayne County. That can go as far as flooding, street lights, anything that you can think of. Please utilize me to help build our relationship. And if there's anything that you guys would like to share now, I can take back to the CEO. If not, I'm just a phone call or an email away.
Thank you so much for coming. I responded to you, right?
Yes, you did. I did.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Done.
What's your contact number?
Let me get it. I just got the phone. So forgive me for not knowing it by heart yet.
Probably need to hand it to him instead of reading it.
Yeah, I actually just got it last week, so I apologize. The phone number is
You
313.
want to hand it to him because we're live on YouTube.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah, you can just read it.
Get yourself up there. Get yourself up there.
Thank you so much.
All right, next up we have Ibrahim Ednihin.
Good evening. I lost my voice a couple of weeks ago when Officer Muhammad Said passed away. It's been hard for the community in the state and the country. Good evening. My name is Ibrahim Ednihin, a resident of this beautiful and safe city. Honorable Mayor, Police Chief, Manager, Council, Clerk, City Attorney, I am here today to ask for speed bumps in the alleyway of the UCC United Community Center, located on Conant between Shorebridge and Beaumont and Masjid al-Kabir. Thank you.
Next up we have Mike Asher.
Hello, Mayor and council members. My name is Mike Asher. I'm a member of the MPS team, Vice President of Sales Engineering. I'm here with Sharon Vogt, who also represents MPS. There's going to be a discussion with Angela, who's going to talk about some of the research that she's done in a fairly well-researched and well-written paper that she's going to present here as well this evening. Angela and I had a chance to talk outside and talk about a few of the items within the paper itself. I just wanted to point out that there is no video. She mentions in the paper, if you have a chance to read it, that there are video streams that come from the parking meters. There are no video streams that come from the parking meters. The only images that are captured are still images of license plates. So we had an opportunity to talk a little bit about facial recognition, not so much that, but recognizing people, and if there's an opportunity to blur out faces. So we've had a good discussion on that. I'm going to take that as an item that I can take back to the development team. But the key points there are there is no video, and it's all based on license plates and vehicle detection. So I just wanted to have that discussion, and I think Angela's going to be following up here shortly. So and we'll be around after the meeting if anybody has any questions for either myself or Sharon. Thank you.
Next up we have Angela S.
Hi, I'm Angela Shaka Gonzalez. I'm a resident of Hamtramck. Thank you both for being here. I submitted a public comment and report to the City Council about some things that came up for me as a resident concerned about data privacy of our parking meter system. And specifically, I'm coming from a position of studying ethical use of data in general for a PhD program at the University of Michigan School of Information, and also having worked in immigration rights and services. So in general, the report that I sent and that the two representatives of MPS have been very kind to respond to are about how public-private partnerships can be really helpful when we're in need of services like parking. And at the same time, there's a certain amount of loss of control of data in this case that comes with that. So while there are benefits like possible increased revenue, there are also some risks, which in a city like Hamtramck, where a lot of us are born outside of the United States, a lot of us have darker skin tones, and recognizing that there have been wrongful detentions based on the use of facial recognition technology in combination with images of people's faces with darker skin tones, there are some real concerns about data being shared with law enforcement or immigration enforcement services. So basically what I do in the report is propose some possible steps to mitigate some of those risks, like including face blurring technologies in the event that faces are captured by the photos taken by the parking system. Another recommendation that I make is, though City Manager Max has kindly clarified that the Sentry meters don't actually collect any video footage, which is super helpful, or photos. But if they were to, thank you, an opportunity to remove or cover those eye-level cameras. And finally, in the interest of supporting the city in continuing public-private partnerships, but protecting our local residents' data, creating a local ordinance regarding data retention and use that protects Hamtramck residents' privacy. Because at this time, MPS also kindly mentioned that it can keep data indefinitely until there's a municipal ordinance that can prevent that long-term retention. And that's all I have to say, so thank you for your time. And thank you both for being here.
Next up, we have Samir A.
Hi everyone. Just have this is the first time I've been here, to be honest. Just had a kind of issue with my house taxes. Last year, I bought it January 2023, and taxes was $1,600 for the summer taxes. As I got a letter from the city saying that because I have two properties, so said I went to the city, I had to say that I'm planning on move on because I was doing some work in the new house. There was something between, I know I paid the taxes, it was $1,639 for the summertime. That was last year. And this year went up to $6,857. Something, I got a letter from the city before that though, and it was saying it was a wrong address, wrong house, and I got a ticket saying no. Sorry. I had a ticket, so I said, come to the court or call. So I called, somebody answered. I said, hey, this is not my house. I get a ticket, this is not my house. So he said, oh, is that a rental? Is that a rental property? I said, no, it's not a rental property. This is my house. And he said, just discard it. Sure, I discarded it. And after that, I got this magic number.
So how much did you pay when you bought the house?
I paid $138,000 cash.
138. And then did you renovate it or expand it?
I renovated myself, like inside, nothing out.
So that's what it's not. It sounds like something is wrong because if you pay 150, the city will come and assess it for. You pay 138, you said?
138.
So the city will assess it maybe around 100 tax on 50%. So how would it be 6?
Well, careful, because if he paid that much in cash and he renovated it, I mean, how much did you spend in renovating it? I mean, we don't know what,
The inside.
we don't know what the value of the house is.
Yes, inside, flooring.
What is it, let me see your assessment.
Yeah, so, yeah, communicate with the city manager.
Yeah, this is outside of public comment, but
Yeah.
This is what I say not to do.
So give him your contact information, he will research it and see what.
$210,000. Just come see me now, we'll talk more. First floor, front door. Just come see me, we'll be here.
All right,
Okay, well.
thank you.
Sir. Sir. It's assessed at 110, which says it's a $220,000 house.
All right, next up we have Nasser J. Nasir J.
Nasser, IT maybe, is it? That's not you?
No. All right. Next up we have Akakul Shamim. Next up we have Khalil and Duais.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Khalil Al-Ba'is, Vice President for UCC and Jam'a Al-Kabir. I agree with everything Brother Ibrahim Al-Jahil said about the speed bump for the alley between Top Bridge and Palmer, because we have students and the children, and we pray 5 times the mosque. So speed too much young man speed drive in the alley. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nasir Al-Ghaithi.
Hello everyone. Yeah, we come here today because we need to put lights, bomb, مكونة فرات الجامعة الكبير مكونة.
You can speak in Arabic if you want, and I'll translate. حتى بالعربي عادي.
اوكي. علشان المطبات على كونة هذا يجينا اليوم عليه. شكرا.
So he's talking about the need for speed humps, same alley.
Muhammad A. Al-Shami. Muhammad Al-Shami. Al-Hassani, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes. Yes, my name is Muhammad Al-Hassani. I'm agree with Mr. Ibrahim Al-Jahil about the speed bumps. It's we needed there because sometimes the speed and that and that's what we need. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And the last public comment we have is Abdul J.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Mayor, city manager, city police, city clerk, and everyone here, city council, and everyone. My name is Abdul Jawani. I'm the president of the United Community Center in Conant. Actually, we're here today to agree what the brother Ibrahim said and all the brothers said. We asked for speed bumps because between True Bridge and Conant, located in Conant. Actually, the problem is we have many people go in and out to the mosque, and everybody don't know that. So a lot of people, they drive like crazy in this area. So the safe way for everyone, the children and the people go inside the mosque, do the speed bump. I think this is, if you don't mind, we could ask you to do that, and thank you so for everything you did. You guys always help us when we need help from you, but we need this help too. Thank you and everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you. All right, so we're done with the public comments, and now we move to the consent agenda. This is approved in a single motion with no discussion. We have item A, approval of minutes from the July 23rd, 2024 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice register date ending August 13, 2024. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending August 13, 2023.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections? All right. Now we move to the public hearing. We have one item, Resolution 2024-75B, approving second reading and public hearing of Hamtramck zoning ordinance tax amendment, Chapter 155.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, we have a version that our honorable attorney has changed out on here. There was a couple amendments to the version of the ordinance, not on content per se, so we don't believe it'll put us in aversion to the law as far as kicking it back to the Planning Commission, but just some grammar things. But we do recommend that council adopt the version that their attorney changed out just for clarification purposes.
Literally, it was just like it was grammar. It just didn't, they doubled some words accidentally. Just removed the double.
Everything is basically same.
Same thing that they want.
Content is the same, just grammar. So if council could just make a motion to adopt that version for the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Then we'd have to open this to a public hearing right now.
Yes,
For the public comment.
I motion.
Public hearing.
All set.
So first, you motion to approve the adopted resolution?
I second.
You seconded, and everybody's okay with that?
Yep.
Now we can have a motion to open the hearing.
Right.
I just. Okay.
Second.
So, 7:39.
All right, any discussion around this?
Do we have any public comments? Omar, was there any public comments?
do you have
for the public
someone?
hearing?
No. The hearing, nobody wants to speak?
Not anything.
No? Okay. Any verbal warnings? No?
So like to close the.
Yes.
Sure.
Motion to close?
I motion.
I'll second.
7:40?
7:40.
Okay.
So
Motion to approve.
we can
Or discuss.
vote to,
Now became as an agenda.
yeah. So can we vote
They
and,
need a motion.
Yes.
I like to make a motion, resolution number 2024-75B. Second.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
any discussion? Yes, go ahead.
So it is, I did not read because I don't have time, it is included as the double fencing is the back there.
Yes, the
That's-
fencing was on this. The stuff that got kicked back down to planning, I believe, was the lights and the sign.
Okay.
Double
Everything
fences
else,
in.
everything else was on it.
Okay, so my thing is, me and Sumari was been talking a long time. Double fences is still that is gonna be approved from today, so no question about it. And
Yes,
other
but
things,
So that's on the side lots, though, that's not on the rear alley, just so that confused.
we had a discussion about the rear alley, not even site, from the day one.
It depends.
Yep,
It depends the people what they want.
yep, that's all. It's been discussed.
What they want.
There is no retail over there, only sideline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it should be
it,
good.
okay. Dear residents, it is approved officially today. Side and rear, double fencing. So any problem, come to see the city manager.
Yes.
So were you saying, are you?
I think that
Are you on the
This
same page?
is covering, allowing the double fencing in the side lots. I don't believe.
We've removed the fact that you can't have double fence anyway. So what this does is explain how on the side lots, who has to take care of what, how it splits. So the rear isn't covered, it's not mentioned, but we've
Well-
removed the thing. There was a clause that said no fences allowed, that's been removed. And so, the double
Mr.
fence,
Chair.
excuse me, and so,
It was the original resolution came for the rear double fencing. This is far away from the original resolution. I like to amend the resolution again to bring that word to no restriction for the double fencing rear.
I don't think it even covered the rear in the first place. I mean, I don't think there was even a prohibition in there.
Okay, so hold on.
Excuse me, he's saying, what the council is saying is that he wants it to reference the double
Yes,
specifically
yes.
to allow it,
Yeah,
so that there's no question.
it was original resolution.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Councilman.
So, Mr. Councilman, so you want the sides and the back?
I don't want a request for site. I did request for the
Well,
rear
okay.
double fencing. Excuse me, sir. My original resolution came to the city as a double fencing for the rear.
Oh,
Well, I say only, yeah. I didn't even discuss about the site.
so then you just have to bring it back.
I have to be, no, we have to add
The
it.
planning commission to amend it and then send it back up.
Pass this, because this cleans it up, and we can always ask.
Okay.
Well, this isn't even
Hold on.
anything.
Excuse me,
So
Mr.
if
Chair.
anything, we can go after, we can. So the city attorney plans on revisiting other fencing ordinances anyway, because there's more fencing stuff within the
Yeah.
code that we gotta clean.
It is 3 months already been done. I want to add,
But we're working on this.
no. It was discussion very clear with you, we brought the resolution. I want Mr. Attorney to advise me, I'm gonna add no restriction for double fencing for the rear. We don't have to go to the planning and zoning for that line.
That's it. It's planning that's
So,
gotta change that.
wait, let me, so the issue was with the side, because you have to take permission from your neighbor. The back is okay.
Yes.
I mean, you do it because nobody's gonna prevent you, right?
Yeah.
But let me read this section for you, because we don't always have to go back to the planning. 155.201, Plan Commission to review. The Common Council shall not amend this chapter or map until the proposed amendment has been submitted to the Plan Commission, which has held not less than one public hearing and made report thereon. Following the public hearing by the Commission and upon the Common Council's receipt of the Commissioner's report, the Common Council may adopt the ordinance and map with or without amendments, refer the ordinance map again to the Commission. So we can actually make the amendment here without.
Yep.
sending
Yes,
it back.
that's what I'm saying.
I need to save time.
The city attorney concurs.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, it's there. So I researched it last time because we had to send back the LED light and stuff. We didn't have to actually.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
So,
Chair.
So we can go ahead and amend it.
I'd like to amend the resolution 2024-75B, add the one more line, no restriction for the double fencing rear side.
Second. Mr. Chair.
All right, so any,
I'd like to,
We are fine for the rear for double fencing. But any restriction for the left or right side?
No, that's
It's
it.
already
That's
open.
everything.
in this one.
Both sides is gonna be everything.
So you can do it,
Yeah,
you are
be
responsible
everything.
for maintaining it.
That's it, it's
You are
done.
responsible for maintaining it free of weed and,
The reason.
all
No,
this
no,
stuff.
we are-
There is no prohibition against double fences in the rear right
Okay,
now.
great.
So like right now, it is allowed, but we're just.
so we just want to have the line, still no issue. So, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to bring the amended resolution to the floor.
Second.
All right.
Yes,
All
go
right,
ahead.
so now we can go ahead and vote on the amendment.
Yep.
So we'll just add in there at this point.
Yep.
He explained it.
Mr. Mayor, I just recommend people to have at least 1 inch gap between the ground and fence, maybe, so at least when they're trimming, because it's gonna be a lot of, what is called the, weeds.
Okay, if it is the too high wood, that will be ticketed. They already warned about it.
Everybody, they
We're
get
gonna have a
a
meeting too. So,
Right, but
that's all.
to cutting the weed would be more helpful, we use the
It's up to
trimmer.
them. If they don't cut, they got ticket.
I'm gonna guarantee you, having a double fence, there will be weeds in between, and it's gonna be hard for them to cut it.
Then they're gonna get
Well,
ticket,
then it
no
should
problem.
discuss.
Yeah, well, they have to figure out how to,
Yeah.
somebody's
A lot of deals.
interested in doing it, then they have to maintain it.
That's it.
Just call them for the vote.
All right, we can go ahead and vote on this one.
Mayor Ghalib?
Take it to the council.
Yes, it's ordinance, so I can vote, yeah. Yes.
Councilman Farid?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Smeary?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
In just, the planning commission approved those recommendations on those other ones.
Okay, so one.
Yeah, we did it. All right, so now we start the new business. We have first one, resolution 2024-92, approving the newly negotiated agreement between City of Hamtramck and the IAF Local 750.
Motion? I'll second.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I have Mr. Hallman here, I have the...
Pile in here, Max.
I have half the fire department here, along with the union president, Mr. Alexiak. I have Amir here, our controller, and I'd like to add that this has been a year in negotiations, and I am happy to present a settled fire department, City of Hamtramck contract that we are very pleased to present to you for approval tonight. Mr. Hallman, if you want to take the floor.
Thank you, Max, Mayor and Council. You've read the agreement. I won't go through it step by step. We have negotiated for more than a year. At this point, we've been at it for more than a year. What you're seeing is the final product, and it's been months getting there to that final product. So if you have any questions, the floor is open. We've gone through each thing. I think we've negotiated back and forth several times on each item. So if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer.
I will add that it does knock us out of our negotiated budget. We passed the budget. There's nothing we can do about that because we were in negotiations at the time. We will adjust accordingly moving forward. But this does bring us in line, well, not fully in line, but it brings us back to better industry standards for what the firemen should be at with their peers in Metro Detroit. And I hope that the council will pass this tonight.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Councilman Hassan, go.
I'm going to have a few questions because I've seen city manager mentioned something. By the way, I was kind of disagree, but as soon as you speak, you consider both sides. That makes sense to me. Second question will be the finance director, CFO. I know we had to amend the budget every time. Anything amendment you bring, we look at you like a crazy. So how much increase will be the next amendment you're going to bring to us only for this resolution?
Well, the 300,000 is for the whole year. The budget will impact half a year.
So total going to be 300,000, but you're going to do the half and half.
Right.
So we still can do the approximately 300,000.
No, for the budget, it will only be half.
I know, but it's going to be next year again.
Right, but
so
next year we will do the budget.
Well, again, it's going to come anyway, so that's all.
Well, the impact has been given in the attachments, which is around 300 something for the next 4 years.
Okay.
Mr. Alexiak, do you want to speak?
Yeah, I'd definitely like to say something and address the council and the mayor. I've been a firefighter here for almost 20 years in the city of Hamtramck, and I've lived here equally as long. And I've been the union president for probably about 14 or 15 of those years. And this is honestly the first time in my history that I can recall where we were able to actually have real conversation with the city administration and the fire department. And in the past, Councilman Hassan, we've had a rocky pass, and Councilman Musa, we've exchanged words, and and for many years, we've really been trying to fight to stay as part of Hamtramck. And I think more so recently, some of the councilmen and some of the people that have been here in the city for a long time have actually started to kind of realize, well, maybe they weren't wrong that whole time. Maybe we were getting some bad information. And the reality of it is, the previous administration, as all of you know, and the mayor's spoken to, the previous mayor was having closed door meetings behind our backs to try to outsource us to the city of Detroit. And when stuff like that's happening, there's no way that we're going to be cooperative, for lack of a better term. And, we had this lengthy court battle in 2020, and I think this is the first sign of positive growth between the fire union and the fire department and the city of Hamtramck. And I really do. I credit, this administration for being able to help put us on the budget trajectory that we're on, because obviously we can't get things that the city can't afford. And I don't think we, at any point in our negotiations really were out of control asking. We understand. We need the city to be able to survive long term. If we ask for things that are going to really financially harm the city, that's not good for us long term. Every guy in this place, this isn't a job for them, this is a career. And I got a new guy who came from Detroit, he lives in Hamtramck, and he was making $1,200 take home every 2 weeks. And his rent in Hamtramck is $1,500 a month, and a $100 water bill, and his electric bill. And I don't even know how, he said he's been dipping in his savings account just to be able to provide service for this city. And I think this is a huge, huge step in the right direction. And are we still underneath our peers? Absolutely. We're never going to be able to compete with well, maybe not never, but Farmington Hills, their total compensation package is $120,000 a year for just a firefighter. Well, I'm not going to make that as a lieutenant under this package that we've negotiated. But there's things in here that are going to benefit the city of Hamtramck. We used to do EMS. We know that there's been issues with the private EMS company providing timely service. We are going to start running medical runs in the community again to start filling in those gaps so people aren't just laying on the streets waiting for an ambulance for 45 minutes. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think passing this contract is a really huge, good show of faith from this administration. And I can't say enough, I think Max has done a fantastic job, and he and I have been at each other's throats in the past on many occasions, and I'm proud to say that I think the work that Max, Mr. Hallman, and Amir have done on this, and our executive board it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. So we're really looking forward to working with you guys in the future and continuing what we're doing here. Thank you.
If nobody speaks, I want to read it.
Go.
Okay, so here's the request. By the way, thank you. It was the hard discussion between us long time ago. Long time ago, we request for $1. We have a disagreement, only $1. So that kinds of fight over. We want a reality. We want to stick together. That time I had a $3 million shortfall. This time I don't have any. We know expense go up. We understand everything. Very pathetic what you discuss about the new fighter men. So all under consideration, everything, I don't have no issue. Only the manager, please, previous practice, any contract negotiation, even though elected official cannot speak over there, but their presence was very important. Why that was important? One of the city manager was told us one thing, and inside the contract she did another thing. So that's why we made a decision. Any contract negotiation, our elected official, anybody want to sit over there, they're not enemy. They just want to see that reality. Or that's all our request. Next time, please, and offer, including manager, any elected official want to sit with that. That could be building more relationship. Thank you.
Thank you. So as you know, I mentioned the first month when I took the office, I had a meeting with Mayor Duggan of Detroit. Surprise visit to here, secret visit. And there was a plan to get rid of you and merge you with Detroit, and then I asked how much are we saving by doing this. They told me between 300 and 500,000. So I was like, that's not worth the political battle that I will start now in the first month of my leadership. And so I rejected that. I was requested to respond within 2 weeks, and I just responded in the same day, and I said no. So we would love to have our own fire department to serve the city, and we would love to have a good relationship with you. However, like you said, if down the road and we have restriction and hardship, financial hardship, we will take tough decisions in the future, not just with the fire department, with anything else, because the city, if we have to struggle just to pay the pension and the other obligations, we have plans for the future to solve these issues that cause burden on the city. So we want to make you happy. We want to make you just reward you just like any other department in other cities. And hopefully we can afford that down the road for many years and continue to have this good relationship with you.
Mr. Mayor, one of the article I read, that they can roll back all their vacation days or sick days to next year. I mean, this is against excessive. I mean, then how many people?
I think that's only
PTO days you guys gonna have?
It's only applicable to one person. And the reason why is he's our fire marshal. So the firefighters typically work a 50.4-hour work week. The fire marshal, so we work 24-hour shifts. When you get promoted to fire marshal, because he's supposed to be just do business hours, he works 40 hours. So the time that he accumulates when he's on 24 hours doesn't translate to when he goes to 40 hours. So there's an adjustment being made to compensate for that. So that's only applicable to that one employee.
We were trying to make sure that by virtue of being promoted, he wasn't getting punished.
Because essentially he was losing days.
Also for a small city like us, 18%, I'm an Indian person, I work on the union, I've been in the negotiation many times, but 18% down the 4 years. It's kind of aggressive for our small city, but I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I think frankly, we're about $30,000 below market value, almost $25,000 to $30,000 on starting wages.
But as you know, Detroit and other cities has more. Sorry to interrupt.
No, and I think also this goes in line with what's coming next for the police department, and I don't want to be out of line speaking on, on that because it's not really my purview, but generally the cops in the fire department are somewhat equal in terms of pay in a contract, and we have a serious retention problem with the police department. I don't think anybody can, deny that, and that's a step to fixing that. And we have the same problem in the fire department where, it used to be a coveted job, and now we're getting 2 qualified applicants maybe apply because there's openings everywhere. Everywhere. You could go to any fire department and basically get a job making a lot more money right now. So that's why it's necessary. And we looked at what the market trends were for comparable cities. What cities like East Point, Hazel Park, Ypsilanti had given, I think Ypsilanti was at like 21% over a 4-year period. So when we look at where we were as far as what we would call our comparables, it was certainly in line with them.
The market has definitely went up significantly in public safety, which I am happy to say, but we are vastly behind in this area now.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman Fry.
I went, through the contracts. I don't have no argument with the contract. I have spoken to our city manager that sooner or later we need to have in-house EMS. So I'm hoping that you guys in time that we need to bring this back to our city. Somehow, at least we can save money paying this third-party company that does crap work in our city. So hopefully within time, hopefully it should not take that long for us to get our people back to EMS.
I can
maybe
honestly
get 1 to 2 units. I think it's time to get back to service in the city of Hamtramck.
Councilman, I can honestly say that through our negotiations with the chief, the city manager, city attorney, and the finance director, that is being discussed. That is the hopeful long-term plan. But that's not something you just want to jump into. We have been out of it for a while, and we do have a contract with that company, but it is something that we are looking at for the future.
This contract does take a first step in that direction.
All right, sounds good.
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Thank you, City Manager, CFO, Marshall, to get the contract. You are one of our own. That's why our city mayor told me class before.
I'm sorry.
You are one of our own.
Yes.
The city mayor already talked to you, told us regarding the Mike Dugan's try to buy us. But same day, he said, no, we do not want to agree with you. This is the way. We like you. We like to our police department, fire department. So yeah, I'm very happy to get this contract, and we hope continuously we can keep doing those things, good stuff for the city.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. In the meantime, do you guys hire so I can apply?
You all should apply.
You're welcome to come and ride along with us anytime, any one of you guys. We'll talk to the chief. We'll get you suited up.
Just go during dinner.
All right, I guess we can go ahead and vote, Omar, on this one.
Councilman Fai?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Salman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Smitty?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Councilman. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. Good luck for everything. Keep it.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Now we move to Resolution 2024-93, approving appointment of Abdul Rahman as city treasurer.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have Mr. Rahman here.
All right.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
You can introduce yourself, please, and tell us a little bit about
Sure.
it.
My name is Abdul Rahman. I grew up in Hamtramck. I went to Hamtramck High School, graduated in 2000.
Really, you were my classmates.
Then went to Chicago for college and university. I graduated from DePaul University, major in finance, minor in accounting. So been in the accounting industry a little bit over 14 years, and I'd like to join this great city.
Thank you for your interest to serve.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Councilman Hassan.
Okay, so nothing to you, Mr. Rahman. Mr. Manager, there is some discussion I'm hearing outside. I just want to ask you one question honestly. I was not in the interview board. So this is the highest score person came, the name came to resolution?
Yes.
So I believe everybody done professionally and a score being done, highest score qualified person came here in front of us, and I'm okay with that. I have no issue.
You are correct.
Thank you. I guess the people who had some objections were concerned about reposting the job online. That was the concern. After they went through the process, and then city manager was forced to repost it. That was the concern from some people. But now we're happy that the other gentleman who was about to be appointed is being hired now for another position, right? So that's everybody happy. So
Which position?
Another accountant position is open.
Does it created or does?
It was open.
That's great.
All's well that ends well.
yeah, so I guess everybody's happy. Hopefully, we're happy to have you too. Thank you so much for your interest to serve the city. And good luck in your new job. Thank you. All right, I guess we can go ahead and vote now.
Councilman Fai?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Salman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Smitty?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Next one is resolution. Next one is resolution 2024-94, approving site plan for 8610 Conant.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have Isabel to talk about this.
Good evening again. Brandon's going to help me pull up some visual. If we could do the site plan drawings that are linked in the agenda.
Which one would you like first? The 8610 Conant Street plan review?
Yes. Not the review, the report, but just the drawings themselves.
Just a moment here.
While he's pulling that up as a visual, I'll overview the project, which is at 8610 Conant Street. It's currently an empty lot with a lot of potential. We have a application here and proposed site plan to build a 5 commercial unit building with storage above. May be familiar to some of you because they have been through several iterations of this project. Through no fault of their own, with some external circumstances having to revise due to city water pressure issues, which have been resolved, and those conditions associated with those resolutions are in our report and review that you have looked at, Council. So we have on page 1 of the site plan report this overview of what the building will look like. On page 2, Brandon, if you could scroll, that provides a view of both floors of the building. I want to note one of the conditions that CED recommends due to that water pressure issue I mentioned. They're going to sort of formalize the discussions we've had with the applicant and their architect for the short construction to not install bathrooms in the upstairs pending resolution of the city's water pressure problems. But we want to clarify that they would have potential to do it in the future with their build when it is resolved. They have all the variances they need. They have worked with the fire marshal regarding fire access on the site, which if you scroll to page 3, Brandon, please, that details the traffic flow pattern. 17 parking spaces provided, even though there's not a parking requirement in this multi-use district. And they are in compliance with all the other major aspects of the site plan review process. I'll just note that my predecessor, Carolyn, worked with them for years to get this proposal to its current state, and we have full confidence in it, and we appreciate their hard work and dedication to the development. And we recommend that council adopt it with the conditions that we detail in the report. So our applicant's currently out of the country, but I believe Ali's son was going to be here as a representative, if you'd like to come up. So any statement on behalf of your father you'd like to make, you're welcome to do so.
Just hoping you guys can help, that's all.
What's the name of the owner?
Ali Zubin.
Ali, the Yemen Cafe.
Yeah.
Owner of Yemen Cafe. Yes.
We're really excited about this development. That area down there is sorely needing this development.
What is the between? Between Oliver and Dorothy?
Yeah.
Right.
Brandon, if you could pull up the our site review, the actual report, we can show just a photo of where it currently is, the property.
Between this coming and Z-Box and just the general bringing it up to that area, it's really easy to go out.
That's the current state of the lot, empty and ready for something to be there.
It's a good project.
Yeah. And we certainly support the developer here. I mean, as you know, we're in developments with the Parks Conservancy and then another project in the last meeting right now for the patio right next to the Yemen Cafe as well. So we definitely have a history with them.
Okay. No issue.
Looks nice.
There was another resolution. Let's go.
Vote for the vote? Okay. Councilman Farag?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sumeri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2024-95, approving the purchase of multiple mini split unit for the city hall and a new furnace, AC unit for police chief and administration offices.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I got John to speak on this. I will summarize it to try and help him out here. We kind of put them all together here to try and consolidate, because as you know, we've already got a long agenda, and we didn't want to be here all night. These units only total 57 together, but they're paid from multiple areas. The police department will come out of narcotics funds. Part of it's being paid out of the courts. The only portion of this that would be out of the general fund would actually be for the council chambers, which, as you know, we've asked for a couple times. We're trying to modernize our council chambers here. We're kind of over the wall units in here, which are loud and inefficient, and frankly, we want to update the windows in here and get it a little bit better of the climate control in this office. So we do pray that we can pass this tonight once and for all. So, John, do you want to add upon that?
Yeah, and one of the units, the furnace unit, right now is it's broke, totally, it's not working at all, the police department.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's got to go. And then the records room, they're always complaining about how cold it is in the winter. They want to put electric heaters in there and warm up. So that's not, they don't get hardly any heat there. So the only rooms I really put on there is what we really kind of need, and then this room, because those things are noisy. The mini splits are a lot quieter. You don't even hear them run.
Sorry. Yes, sir. Councilman Khan.
Okay, it's funny that we talked about this for the council meeting so many times, and it's always been denied. I don't know who's smart enough to add actually in the same combine where the police department is paying for its own itself. Try to sneak for the city council. I know the ACs that we have right now, new sucks. They're not good enough.
They're not efficient.
They make noises, but the amount of these units is expensive.
Well,
so I'm just
it is doing the other two rooms behind here too. So that's why it seems a lot, but we're getting actually 3-head unit.
Why are we getting 2 more units for these for behind us?
Because I can put them all off of the same condenser, which is great. Instead of somebody trying to add it later and you got to buy another condenser, we can get bigger units to do multiple areas. It's like the ID room. The police department's doing 2 areas off 1 condenser. So it's actually a lot more cost effective to do it that way.
Well, if we get 1 condenser and the system, how much will that cost? And then in the future, if we need those, you still can have them.
You'll be double the amount because you can't use that same condenser then. Condenser size based on how many head units it is.
So we try to consolidate as we do them. Like, you know, if we do a stretch of rooms, we try to get them. I mean, at the end of the day, we're trying to do all of City Hall to get rid of all these wall units and professionalize it and make it modern.
And get rid of the boiler.
We don't want window units hanging off of the side of City Hall, a professional building. They're inefficient, they're old, they're antiquated, and just not a good look. You know, and at some point, you know, we want these units to cover the range of City Hall to cool it properly. And if this is designed for these 3 buildings and the EMS across the hallway and the probation is, you know, designed properly, now we've essentially done this floor and most of the first floor complete. You know, so if we just do this room across the hall and we skip those 2 rooms and then we do the traffic office, now we've got a gap. You know, so, you know, let's get the one little section here in the middle, you know, so that the cooling is done properly.
I think it's a waste of money to add 2 coolants, air conditioners for these 2 rooms.
Well, the one room is
barely being used.
Is used. I mean, it's intended to be used. I mean, they're used nonetheless, but they are also left open, and the cooling from that does not. The one room is left open, and the cooling does not stay in there. It does drift into the hallway, which helps to cool the hallway as well. So, I mean, you know, let's face it. You know, the heating and air doesn't stay in one area. You know, I mean, it cools the rest of the city.
The good thing is we can eventually get rid of the boiler, which would be the ultimate goal. And the boiler broke down last year. We were out. City Hall's getting colder because we have working boilers. So the 3rd floor was all right because it had some furnace units. You know, so where these things are now starting to scatter throughout City Hall, the boiler goes down, we're not going to be in a 911 situation.
We're trying to get rid of antiquated systems here and modernize City Hall.
If you want to revise
concern, can you have individual controlling system? like-
Yes.
Yeah, they would be individually
That's
controlled.
not my concern. My concern was why added 2 more units is going to cost the city for barely anybody's in. That's my opinion. It just-
But he's talking about a deal, so if you do all two.
Yeah, the cost
Oh,
save is
yeah.
about 75% doing it now over trying to add it later because we're just upsiding with more tonnage on the condenser unit. The heads are not really the costly part of it.
Well, this is my concern, so it depends on my colleagues.
Well, Mr. Councilman, I agree with you, but no matter what, it's gonna come again and again, so let's not put to it.
We could deny it.
And then, we can deny, but it's gonna come again. But realistically, what he is speaking, I can't sort of agree with that, because of, he putting together, that's why saving some money. So, this is the last one we have. Some of them already being discussed, approved previously. So
It's
let's
very
take
inexpensive
it
to run too, which is nice. It's a lot cheaper to run than the window units. They run out of 15 amp.
We're not gonna come anymore, right?
How many rooms is still empty? Last this issue. How many rooms in the whole building is still empty?
You don't have, there's not really that much treasury,
Full capacity.
and then Pam's office tax.
So don't bring them this year anymore.
We're trying to do a little bit every year.
He's not gonna stop. He's gonna come
Well, we have
again
stuff
and
coming
again.
down now in the next resolution, so.
Yeah.
If you guys have.
Should have started with the other ones
We got a lot of resolution. Let's go, Mr. Mayor, for vote, if anybody wanna vote, because we have lots of resolution to go through.
I'm saying
Okay, we
there's a lot
can
of
figure it out.
questions.
We can figure out. We can talk discussion. If this issue is wrong, it's gonna keep going every time same thing.
Yeah.
This is big wrong. How many units we did already now? If you figure out, if you put 1 unit for the whole place,
Oh, you can't do 1 unit for the whole
you can
place.
do the whole place. How about the 30 flat, 1 unit? This is big difference?
These are just centralized for those areas. That's what makes it nice about doing a mini split system, is because you're not relying on 1 unit goes down, you're down for the whole city. These, you can break, 2 of them can be down on this floor, and other offices have them. We still have heat, we still have cooling going. It's not a 911 getting it fixed. So,
Yeah, because now how many units we did already, how much they cost? They cost over and over. Okay, keep going, drop it down. Next month, we got different issue. We spend more money, same thing.
It's a very old
You gotta
building,
figure it
that's all.
out now, fix this issue right now. Not every time, come with a new issue.
Councilman, this is an old building. There's always going to be.
Take the whole building.
Yes, I'm.
We spent for 2 years, almost for 1 building.
How much
Fix
are you
this,
donating?
unit, Fix this window, fix this door, fix this
For
table.
instance, how are you gonna do it?
Councilman Samir, you're
Okay,
gonna
let's go.
last building?
Suspend the law, please come for
Yeah,
vote.
that's
let's
what I'm gonna speak in.
Councilman Farag?
Nope.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Samiri?
No.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Resolution was approved.
thanks.
I hope you don't see again. Keep on doing it.
You'll see him again now.
I'll be back. It's gonna be hope.
All right, the next one is Resolution 2024-96, approving acceptance of Hamtramck Stadium Historic Preservation Easement.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have Mr. Habitz here to speak on this.
Good evening, everyone. This was one of the main sources of funding for the restoration of Hamtramck Stadium, the African American Civil Rights Grant. Just to close out that grant, this is a historic easement that's a requirement for spelling out that the city is going to continue to maintain the stadium. There are no specific requirements in there. It's more about generally making sure that it's kept up well and that it remains open to the public, just as we have been maintaining it. So the next item we're going to have is relating to future plans there, but this is particular to just kind of maintaining it the way it has been.
All right. I think we can vote.
Councilman Farag?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sweaty?
Yes.
And Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-97, approving amendment number 2 to the grant agreement between Wayne County and the City of Hamtramck for the Hamtramck Stadium restrooms.
Offer. Second.
Mr. Mayor, Tom can kind of speak to this one too, but I can also as well. Basically, we're working, because Tom has been assisting greatly on moving us forward on the bathroom restoration project. We basically need more time with the bathrooms, and we need a further extension with Wayne County, and Wayne County is granting us more time. But I am happy to report that we've made some significant progress here recently with the DNR grants, which we have been frankly pulling our hair out. They are more than complicated. But we made headway and finally got verbal approval from the DNR to go ahead and get the bidding going on that. So, Tom, anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, just really excited for this project. There's 8 funding sources that are going into it, some of which need to be spent by December 31st. This Wayne County one was expiring by the end of September, so we're going to get a year extension on that. But the project is really exciting from the standpoint that it's going to bring permanent restrooms to the park. They'll be located under the baseball stadium. It's also going to help to bring storage space into there, redo the outfield with drainage and a sprinkler system, etc. So a lot of construction going on. As Max said, we'll be able to go out to bid very shortly and then be under construction, we hope, still this fall and wrap that up within a few months, allowing us to spend out all those grants by the end of the year. And then by next spring, we'll be able to resume utilization of the baseball field and have it open for community use.
The amount of the funding and of this, there's many grants into this one, the complexity of it is just very, very difficult. I mean, normally we have 1, maybe 2 grants on a project. This one is proved very, very taxing.
So we're starting construction on the 4th, right?
Yeah, so we just got kind of verbal approval to be able to go out for bids. So of course, the project is being managed by Hennessy, but when we get into construction, we'll come back before council to approve the construction contract. So hoping at one of the next meetings we'll be in a position to do that.
Thank you. Right, Omar, we can vote.
Councilman Farid?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Salman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sweaty?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2024-98, approving award of 2024 ARPA lead service line replacement program.
Offer. Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have John and John here to talk about the next few. These are lead service line replacements. I believe this one is Belmont and Yeaman Street award.
And Mayor and Council, this kind of follows the $15 million grant that we've received. All of these fundings are completely eligible under the grant.
All right, so is it Belmont and Yemen, the whole street, or just specific block?
It's the entire street, I believe, the street, the whole street.
We already did some of it.
Yes, we did some. It'll wrap up. It'll complete those streets.
So does this go, I don't honestly have an answer for you on that, Mayor.
It's 142 service lines on Belmont from Chrysler Drive to Joseph Campo. And then it will replace 55 leads on Yemen's from Lumpkin to Brombeck.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I got a question. How come we're moving from zones to zones again? I thought we discussed this a year ago that we were supposed to work on sections. And now we started like, what is it, south then? And now we're jumping now all the way to.
There's water main projects that we're actually doing, and these are independent service leads that we're just attacking to the water main themselves. They're not water projects. And so they're a little bit different. And we want to make sure that we don't have a progress problem with the contractors conflicting with each other through there. There's quite a bit of work going on within the community, as everyone is well aware, and that's why we selected those streets. And we actually did this with Eagles because this is all funded by Eagle as well.
Okay, I'm just scared because.
Sure.
We did mention.
Yeah, when we can do them in quadrants, we do, and we have the choice to pick them all out.
Okay.
But wherever we do a new water main, we're automatically gonna go in and use some of the Eagle funding to change out the lead service lines. So we're doing not inconveniencing that resident twice. Just put the main and then the service line.
All right. John, do you have any update for Canyon Street? Do you have any update?
We'll be,
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
That's next.
I'm gonna be up here for the next 6 or 7.
Yeah, we have 7 resolutions.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna switch it around a little bit. Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Sumaili,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sadman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa, and Councilman Afari.
Yes.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2024-99, approving award of 2024 ARPA Flood Service Line Replacement Program.
Motion?
I'll second.
Mr. Mayor, again, gentlemen, this is for Trowbridge.
That's right. This is for, Mayor Council, this is for 148 leads on Trowbridge. From from Chrysler Drive to Joseph Campo.
When are we planning to start this job?
As soon as we get the award this evening, we'll send out contract books. We anticipate that they would start by close to September 1. They have to get insurance back to us, contract books, we get it to the clerk in the attorney's office. There's some administrative work that has to get done, but we're starting September 1 is our goal, finish this year with all of these projects.
Mr. Chair, I have a concern. How come we always work in the wintertime? You got snow, it's crazy, and then you guys do
There's
work.
no way the award, Eagle lets us do with the bids.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with us.
They're the funding source, and Amir can.
Yeah, I think, Councilman, in this particular case, the approvals that we got from the state and Eagle just came in recently. So we knew about this since 6 months that we'll be getting this money, but the final written approval just got us so that we had to scramble. Yeah, that's just the way state works.
All the projects that we could get going have been going. I mean, we've been doing a lot of stuff
That's why
around town.
Knif's the whole, that's the same thing with Knif, not being done, it's been on Eagle.
You know, if we get delayed by things that are out of our control, we can't. But if we can push them through, we do. I mean, we were on the phone to the state, trying to push them along. I mean, but there's only so much we can
And
do.
then, once the state approves it, it goes to Eagle for implementation from their end. And then Eagle sends us a lot of requirements that we have to fulfill before they give us their approval to go ahead with the project. So now that we have received their go-ahead, now we're bringing it to the council.
Yeah, there's hoping it's not from our end.
No, it's not. It's not. We have been trying to force it as much as we can.
Believe me, Councilman, we'd rather deal with the IRS rather than Eagle.
I don't think Eagle expected us to be so vigilant and pushing lead service line replacements. We're
That's
trying to
right.
do only 300 and something a year, and we're scheduled to do 1,700. I want to get this program done.
John's actually been speaking for Eagle now, like because we're doing so many of these, we're on their radar.
Sure.
Like
They recognized us as just going, get this program done. I said, I want to get it done. So they had me speak at Mount Pleasant on this, tell the communities about what we're doing here. So
we've got their attention. So, I mean, it helps for getting our stuff through, but we're still on their timelines.
All right.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Sadman,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Sumaili,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Afari.
Yes.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-100, approving award of the water service material investigation.
Motion?
Second.
And I got John for this.
And this is a requirement by Eagle. We have 218 service leads throughout the city of Hamtramck. We have to do a 3-point inspection. It's part of a statistical analysis to determine exactly how many lead service leads we have. We literally encounter lead service leads almost at every residence. but this is money provided to us, and keeps us in compliance with Eagle to do this inventory management.
Biggest waste of Eagle money.
That's, John and I have had many discussions about this, but it's their money and we have to use it.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Fari?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sumeri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-101, resolution to award of ARBA LSLR and Material Investigation Construction Services.
Motion?
Second.
John, please.
And this is just the oversight and compliance for the grants that we work quite a bit with Amir on and John on. And this is covered again by the 15 million that we have within the grant, which was all laid out in the original grant award.
All right.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes, sir.
Councilman Sumeri?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Fari?
Yes.
All right. Next is Resolution 2024-102, approving the reconstruction of 2 alleys with the recommendation to extend Dominique Gregory Construction Corporation alley contract.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor and Council, definitely excited about this one. This would be the north and south Goodson alleys between Lumpkin and Joseph Campo, as we discussed with Council in the previous meetings. As everybody knows, we're getting ready to rip out Goodson in its entirety, and our hope is to do the alleys just prior to that so that our residents have somewhere to go when we do that very long project. And this is a good first step to getting that whole area redone. This will come out of the sewer fund to do. Those alleys are in desperate need of this. I don't think they've been used properly in many, many, many years. So I think we're probably going to amaze our residents over there when we do this. So it's a pretty big deal, and we're excited for this one.
Mr. Chair, when are you guys planning to start doing the alleys? Exact date?
When Dominic is doing the Kniff Alley, currently right now, the South Kniff Alley, if we get approval tonight, he's going to move right over into that.
So what is that?
Probably within 2 weeks. He's staying within the city.
Yeah, so within 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, we're hoping after that to maybe even be able to shift him right behind City Hall.
Yeah, we're talking to Dominic about that to see what his capacity is. But we scheduled this at this date specifically that as soon as he finishes Kniff, he's staying in the community. Those alleys are very complex, to be honest. They need a lot of work.
There's a lot of sewer issues there, and that's why it's getting covered under the water.
And so we've got...
Because we have to fix the sewer issues in both those alleys.
And to make the mayor and council aware and the public, we're doing the alleys within the next 2 weeks, so we'll kick those off. We'll do those, finish those. Then we're doing the water main in the fall, and then the sewer will happen in the early spring, late winter.
My advice to you guys is just let the residents know what you guys are doing.
Oh, we will, for sure.
Beforehand. If you guys have to, like you guys did on all over the street, knock on those houses, if you guys need somebody that speaks Arabic, let us know.
Okay. Well, we have actually a number of people within our organization that speak Arabic.
All right. Good. Here. That's $1 million project. All right. We can go on the board.
Councilman Sumeri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
And Councilman Fari?
Yes.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-103, approving award of the 2024 Goodson Alleys Reconstruction Design and Construction Services.
Motion.
Second.
So that's related to the first one.
And that's obviously just construction services through there.
Okay.
All right, Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Fari?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sumeri?
Yes.
And Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, next one, resolution 2024-104, approving the purchase of the 2023 EQ 26702 camera chassis for Transit 350 van.
Motion. Second.
All right, what is this one? We need, what cameras are you talking about?
So originally, last year, I wanted to buy a transit van, a televising van to do our sewers and everything for $300,000. So when I figured I'd phase it, I bought the camera system. We spent about $120 on the camera system. And we'd still have to get a vehicle to put it in. I've been watching for cities that order the van and don't take delivery of it. There's one down in Texas. City canceled it, there's no camera system in it. So we can actually get the unit at a discount, it's new. And they're gonna outfit our equipment that we bought last year and put it into this van. Between the two, doing it that way, it's only $220,000 over both purchases instead of spending $300,000 to buy the van. I knew we'd be able to do it cheaper if I went direct. And that's basically what I did. We bought the camera system last year, we get the van this year.
Okay, how much is the van cost?
$117,000.
Why?
Huh?
Why that much money?
Well, you guys have the,
Yeah, we have it.
the pictures of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the van themselves are about $50,000-$60,000, not counting the stuff that's in and out of the cabins.
No, 2020, I already have the my van, has the camera system and everything, same one.
Yeah, very excessive. Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
So Johnny, you're telling me you want to purchase this van just to add the camera that we have purchased?
No.
Yeah, we have the camera system right now.
Yes.
It's not in a vehicle. It's in an outpost box.
Can I recommend that we have enough pickup trucks? So why not add a box, one of those pickup trucks, just to use it for the camera system?
Well, we don't have a truck for it. We'd have to still have to buy a truck for it. And then you're still limited on when you can use it. Our jetting system and our televising system has been working here. We got the jetter truck out. We have the guy that can operate the equipment. We have 2 national maintenance people that we've hired that work all day just in that jetter truck. And that's the companion vehicle for the jetter. So, and we've actually brought back revenue already from the jetter truck. We've rented it out with our guys. We already did $9,000 just in the last couple of months, helping out other companies. So this is equipment that not only we need with all the projects we got going on, and we had a $2 million televising grant with Tennessee, I think John was. Yeah. So this is something that we got to do anyways. So we can do it. We have the talent in the city to do this. But they have to have a place where they can view it. Our system is so advanced that they can send this camera out. It sends a Wi-Fi signal out right where the problem is. We put an X-ray, we know right where to dig. They sit right in the van and print out the maps and everything. When you're trying to operate out of the back of a Ranger, you're only limited to weather conditions. So if it's, usually a lot of times you do this, it's nasty out. So you can only use it when it's nice. So, and it's secure. That camera's 120 grand. And just to be sitting in the back of a pickup truck, it's not a good thing.
Well, my question again, why a Ford Transit 350? Why you get a normal one? So you went to the high top?
No, actually, I didn't. No, these things can
expensive.
These can go up to $500,000. I picked a vehicle that fits the equipment that we got that was best suited for that equipment. Because you have the wheels, the camera wheels on it and everything. So eventually, when we talked before, we're going to get the sewer system even more. We'll probably need another jetter truck down the road. It's working. What we're doing is working. We're getting the dirt out of the sewers. They're full, 1/3 full.
Maybe if you reach out to Councilman Hassan, he could give you the A1 discount.
Yeah.
So this same vehicle I priced out with other vehicles, it would be about $300,000 if we bought it outfitted already from them. So it's a huge saving.
Since we get, it's easy to get some grants for the sewer, water and sewer system, and not for anything else like alleys and other stuff. This has to do with the sewer system. So why can't we apply for grants for such things, like we applied for the fire engine and other stuff? This
They
is,
don't, I've tried that, they don't cover equipment, you know, because we tried that with the sweepers were under roads and water, but this could be covered under the water enterprise funds, yes.
What
So
would
it's
this
not on
add
general fund.
to the work that we are doing with the jetter truck that you have? How is this gonna?
Make our employees' lives easier.
It's a lot easier and it's a lot more efficient when you have somebody in the vehicle watching the monitors, because when you're parked on outside and trying to view it on the outside, one, it's got to be the proper weather condition, and two, if the sun is coming, you got to change the vehicle around. It's just a nightmare, and everybody I've talked to in these departments doing this, you're better off having it in a van, and it's secure. We got, with the options of little things I picked up over time for the system, we got $150,000 into the camera, and it's going to be bouncing around in the back of the pickup truck. You know, they just take it away.
Yes.
So we have a camera equipment around $150,000, right?
We have all the technology.
We bought those we don't have any secret vehicle.
Right now, it's locked in our,
We bought the camera without a secret vehicle.
we don't have a vehicle for it, right?
So we should buy the secret vehicle first, then camera together also. But we bought the camera without our secret vehicle. This camera could be damaged on the truck, am I right?
Oh, if you just put it in the back of a pickup truck? Yeah.
This could be damaged.
It could be damaged. We can't take it out when there's certain weather conditions, if it's raining, snow, icy. So you're limited on when you can take it out. The van is nice because it goes in the van gets locked in a building at night, and nobody's messing with it.
Now kind of you're telling us, buy the van because your camera will be secret, otherwise it's not secret, and you cannot work efficiently.
I think Councilman trying to say that why didn't you combine same time? Why didn't you think of, I mean, if you need the camera, we need the vehicle.
I look at the budget here, and I'm trying to phase the expensive items that we need. I don't want to try to blow the money all at one time. I'm trying to stage my budget, so I bought the camera system. We got a good deal on the camera system. And if I knew we'd be able to get some kind of van at some point. I'm not actually, wasn't even the one that found the van. Actually, our DPS guys did. I went to a trade show, and they were talking about the camera system we had, and they said, you know, you should do something like this. And then they got a call saying that it's in Texas. This vehicle's in Texas. A city ordered it. They canceled it before they put the electronics into it. So they called and said, what kind of camera system did you say we had? We told them what we had. And they said, we can outfit that van with your equipment. And you're going to save a lot of money doing that way, because I'm not going through a second party. I'm going right to the manufacturer. So if I would have bought the van, came to you last year and we said, let me buy a $300,000 van, it meant $300,000. This way, you add them both up, we're still at like $220. So it's still a lot better.
I mean, looking at the outcomes of using this, jetter and all this, I don't know, I mean, you said it's helpful, but we heard about when the rain came, everybody was complaining in every street about the flooding, so I'm not sure how beneficial is this and how productive it is if we just keep spending money. Now that we saw additional 300 something, the fire department, similar amount will be added to the police department. So I'm sure our budget will be under pressure by adding this stuff.
Well, this is a protected fund. This isn't out of the general fund. I will say that. But with that said, we also don't know how much we're preventing as well. I mean, I could say in years past, when it rains hard, you know, you could sail a boat down every street in the city.
No, John,
it's been raining really hard the past couple of years, and we're getting complaints of flooding, but it doesn't seem like it's been as complaining as it's been. It seems like it's been helpful. So.
And this also, I was talking, John could probably speak on
we
this.
have some bad areas.
We have,
we know is going to keep flooding because we have an issue over there that we're dealing with. And there's some other hot spots, but
we had a $2 million, we were going to go for a $2 million loan to do this televising.
At one point, that's right. And I would make Mayor and Council aware that we did save quite a bit of money through the Water and Sewer Fund for the Phase 1B. That was funded completely by FEMA, so there is some money within the fund to approve this if the council so desires. It's very beneficial to have something like this in the middle of a rain event, to be able to have a protected work area to work in for the community. You really don't see anybody using cameras outside of the back of a pickup, candidly.
So that money that we saved can be utilized for this?
That's correct, Mayor, yes, that we saved from the FEMA grant that we received, the money from the millions of dollars from FEMA for Phase 1B.
Plus, we have to take out the $2 million loan, which we were going to take out to do televising. So we axed that.
Yes, we
And
did.
this is kind of a drop in the bucket compared to.
Yeah, so
grant.
$117,000 compared to a $2 million loan. It's a huge savings.
No, I don't vote.
Councilman Fa'i?
No.
Councilman Musa?
No.
Councilman Salman?
No.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sumaili?
No.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
All right, I'm sorry. It didn't pass. But
I think I'm okay with doing
we'll visit it again like we did.
Find the cheaper one.
All right.
I think Councilman Hassan is what I think.
I'm telling you, use his,
I can help you.
can you help?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Use his AZ plan.
All right. The next one is Resolution 2024-105, adopting the Eagle construction permit and change order procedure for the city of Hamtramck.
Motion?
Mr. Mayor, we talked about how Eagle makes us do a lot of things on their timeline. This is another thing Eagle is making us do, is adopt the regulations. This is a formality that they are making us adopt their stuff. So if we can please bless their policy, we would appreciate it.
These are policies that we follow initially anyway, so it's just kind of an administrative issue to codify their policies in minutes.
Councilman Salman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sumaili?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Fa'i?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You call his name.
Councilman Hassan?
Oh, you're not?
Thank you.
All right.
Resolution passes.
Resolution passing for 2024-105.
All right. Thank you. Next one. Resolution 2024-106, approving the proposal to repair and modernize the Hamtramck City Hall South elevator.
Motion. Second.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I have John to speak in regards to this. As we speak about quite frequently, we're in a 100-year-old building here that is deteriorating. Frankly, we've been limping our elevator along for a very long time. I'm not going to speak directly in regards to the life expectancy of our elevator. There could be, liability, and I have an attorney sitting next to me, or the various occasions we've had, but I will say that I don't take it. But the professional advice is that we need to replace it. So, John, if you want to add to that?
Yeah, and the problem with this is, if it goes, we won't get it fixed for over a year. That's the problem. Even approving this today, we won't see this for a year. That's how far back they are.
So we are just repairing it, not
No, well, this is, this isn't really a repair, this is a whole new car. They'll keep the counterweight. It's actually cheaper to put a brand new one in, but we have a building around it now, so that's why it's expensive. So we're basically building a whole new elevator, but doing it on the inside of the building. It's gonna be out 6 weeks to 8 weeks, maybe when they do it. But if it goes out tomorrow, we're in trouble.
So for just 3 floors, cost $343,000.
Yeah, and this is from an Omni source. This is municipal pricing, gave it low bidders throughout different cities in the country. And if it, like I say, it just, we're a sitting time bomb with it. So I'm trying to address it. They've warned me every time they come out saying, you gotta get this thing replaced because if it goes, you're done. And it's not something to just call them up and say, fix it. It's gonna be, we're gonna order an elevator and we're gonna wait almost a year to get it.
Mr. Chairman, as we know, most of the people that use the elevator are usually people that are coming to court or pay tickets. Is there a way that the court could,
Yeah, the court's gonna contribute.
This will be partially out of the court budget as well.
how much will we?
A percentage yet to be exactly determined. We're going to have to negotiate it with the court of how much of the judge wants to pay.
It all, sorry, depends on how much money they have in their fund, which is not a whole lot. So the majority of the cost is still going to be borne by the city.
Do you have any grant available for those projects?
What was that, Councilman?
Grants available for this project?
No grants.
Yeah, nothing on the line right now.
I don't think grants would.
Yeah, I
Can
don't,
you use any infrastructure money from, no?
No.
I don't know.
They don't like doing it for building.
Yeah, I don't really honestly know of any grant that would necessarily be appealing to that. You know, most grants like to target splashy new things that look good. You know, fixing an old elevator in an old building doesn't really appeal to grants usually.
Could the court pay back the general fund once it has some money? I guess
Well,
it's...
yeah, I mean, the court, the judge has indicated that they will fund some of this, certainly. I mean, we've already discussed it, you know, not in its entirety, you know, because it is for City Hall, but certainly the court heavily uses this, probably the most, I would say, out of City Hall, because, you know, yeah, the court is on the third floor. I mean, City Hall does operate on the third floor, but let's face it, most of the traffic goes to the court, you know, so it'll be determined, but, you know, the court's budget is determined by the judge plus by council, so, you know, this is gonna fall into next year's budget. This is a year out.
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be wise to negotiate with them how much they should contribute before we approve it. Because after we approve it, they refuse, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, it's, at the end of the day, it's all city money. The judge determines what the budget for the court's going to be, and then council blesses it, you know, so, I mean, it's all money spent on the city, so, I mean, I don't know that it's that advantageous to really nitpick it all that much. I mean, the judge had a concern about the fund. She would like to see the facade of City Hall done, which we're trying to get some prices on too, which again is for City Hall as well, you know, so it's all things that need to be done for City Hall, so, I mean...
Yeah, we're kind of...
Maybe using the stairs, it's better for your health. I barely use the elevator. I don't remember a time that
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, I take the stairs every day. I definitely take the stairs.
Use the stairs for.
Well, you can say
good health.
It's the ADA to get people.
No, there's a building requirement to have the.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do without the.
So,
why
we have to have it.
Mr. Chair,
I know.
Yes,
I kind of agree with you. Return to the government, make a negotiation with the court. Court fund has how much money, how much they can give it to us. And then we come to the calculation.
Do you have those kinds of money on our denial fund to use?
Sir, the court doesn't have
A whole lot of money.
enough to even cover it in its entirety.
Mr. Chair.
we can do 50-50.
They don't
even have
even
50-50.
50-50.
They spent a lot of money
Like-
I mean, I don't know if you've been on the third floor recently, but there's been a lot of changes. I think they did used to have the money, but I think they spent most
No,
of it.
they didn't have, it was a small fund. The way the court gets revenue in that building-related fund is a portion of the fines that we collect for the city, a very small portion. So it adds a very small portion every year to their balance. So right now, I think the fund balance would be around maybe 170 or something like that. And it'll add maybe at 120, it'll add about 12 or 15,000, 20,000 next year or something like that. So it's not a lot of money.
It's kind of
Majority of the payment would have to come out of.
Okay, so I understand now better. So if really we need to do it, we have to expend the money.
Yeah, we have no choice actually.
I think it's a liability issue.
Thank you.
Especially after today, because now we've said that, you know, how, on the record, that it's dangerous. So if it does fail and somebody gets hurt, we would be in big trouble. Well, our insurance, I don't know, if they would cover it.
Yeah.
Either us or our insurance would be in big trouble.
Now, let's say if we do approve it, you said it's gonna take a year to get it done. So what you gonna do with elders or handicapped? You wanna go to the third floor?
So we're working on that. There is another elevator in City Hall.
Inside.
It's inside the PD, so we have explored the possibility of maybe doing some temporary construction for temporary access to the third floor, just to get by. But
It's
I
for
don't
the
know.
ADA people.
I don't know if it's, you know, it would be a very limited, very limited.
It's okay, it's okay. Then we still provide the requirement.
We'll probably try to work it where her schedule's the lightest, or maybe she can do some Zoom or something, we'll figure something
After
out.
that, you're not gonna bring anything more for somebody. It's gonna be crazy. So let's go ahead, vote for that man.
All right. Go ahead.
Councilman Farag?
No.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sumeri?
No.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Mayor, you didn't have to vote on this one.
No.
Only pass.
It passed.
Passed 4-2.
Therefore, yes.
2 no, 4 yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Council, please. Please, Chief.
All right, next one is Resolution 2024-107, approving the purchase of 5 new vehicles for Hamtramck Police Department.
Motion to push.
All right. Police chief will tell us a little bit about
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. So we're looking forward to purchasing 5 vehicles and purchase of 5 new 2025 Ford Explorers, all-wheel drives, obviously, great for the weather, making sure our officers ride the vehicles safely, also safe for the public. Specifically, 2 K9 vehicles and 3 traffic interceptor vehicles. This will definitely upgrade the police department's fleet. Obviously, the acquisition of these vehicles will enhance traffic enforcement, pedestrian safety, and overall operational capacity of the Hamtramck Police Department, thereby benefiting the overall community.
We're very excited. This, as you know, is also a narcotics fund purchase, so there's no drain on the general fund whatsoever. The K9 vehicles are in need. I'm sure the chief can elaborate on that. The traffic vehicles, as you know, we're in desperate need of having some traffic officers out there. We're right on the verge of getting those special assignments. Their staffing levels are finally getting closer. And then, as you know, we never waste vehicles in this town. So every vehicle we have gets pushed on down, so the old vehicles will get pushed on down to the reserves, who are in very desperate need of vehicles. So
It's all new vehicles?
these would be brand new, so.
Mr. Mayor, don't you buy some vehicle before the previous police chief?
Those were DB and patrol. So there's a lot of vehicles throughout City Hall, and then we outfitted, there was some code vehicles and building vehicles and some other things. And then we pushed vehicles into the city proper from the PD as well. So,
So those money is coming from the general fund?
No,
There's all
this is
narcotics.
coming from the narcotics fund.
So it's okay.
Okay, so if we have many cars, some of them are still in good shape. I saw some of them, the old ones. So do the reserve need all of them, or we can keep some? I mean, we don't have to have all new cars. I mean, we can have these, but we may need more if we hire more police officers.
So a few of these are going to be additions because, as you know, we are adding some traffic positions eventually here, which traffic officers, which we don't have right now. So those are coming. So those will be additional units running the city, basically. So we need those. And then the K-9 vehicles will be replaced out, and then the old reserve vehicles will get decommissioned. So you probably may or may not see those running around. They're probably the, what are they, Crown Vics, Chief? Yeah, so those are probably...
Just, we have also a full current reserve as well.
Yes.
I mean, they drive old cars, and how old would you say the cars are?
Our Crown Vics are from the early 2000s.
Yeah, so those are
over 20 years old.
all ready to go out to pasture.
And we have
now,
two.
so,
Okay,
This is first request from our police chief, so let's get it.
let's get it done. You don't come for next one. John, you should have spoke to the chief, maybe we had a plan. We
can amend.
Hey, John, quickly slide that into a resolution.
Councilman Smitty?
Yes, for safety.
Councilman Farid?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes. Long time we don't see yes vote from Samar. This time I see.
I see yes for safety, but I say no for bullshit.
Alright, so next one is the one we added earlier, which is Resolution 2024-109. That would be R, approving common council appointment to boards and commissions.
Motion? Oh, no, that's second.
So this is the one where one of the council members has to be appointed to the planning commission by the city council. So we would need someone to appoint someone and then get approved by the rest of the council.
Since, Mr. Mayor, since Mr. Hassan name came up previous meeting from your recommendation, so I'll ask Mr. Hassan to take the position. I know you denied last meeting, I mean last time too, but since Mayor recommended your name.
Yeah, I put his name and then per his request, he asked me to remove it, so that's...
Right, that's why I say you should don't...
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Reconsider it. That's
You
what-
guys can, we get maybe a second on your...
Second for who?
He's appointing Hassan.
But you said Hassan wanted to be removed?
No, he asked me not to put his name,
Okay.
because last time it didn't pass. So we postpone it until you guys come, all of you, and then decide, because we had only 4 members. So today, you guys can have a discussion, then appoint someone and vote. If it doesn't pass, we...
Well, I think somebody needs to make a motion to appoint someone, otherwise it's just a decision.
I make the
Oh,
motion.
so again-
Put a motion
So
on
did
the
somebody
table.
second that motion?
Not
No,
yet.
the mayor asked for second, but I think there's not.
So if no one seconds it, then you move forward to another motion. So somebody else has to motion to
I
appoint
motion.
someone.
Motion, Mayor motion, Mr. Mohammed Al-Sumaili to continue to be in the planning commission.
Needs to be a second.
Need a second?
Mr. Somebody is at planning committee right now?
We need one of the members of the city council.
People currently he in the planning
Yes,
commission?
but his term expired, so we need to renew someone.
Then I put the second.
And so now it's open for discussion.
Can you
If you'd like to
So now,
open discussion,
yeah,
yeah.
so we can do
Second.
Since I didn't, Mr. Mayor, since I didn't get second, my things is like, since one person did it for the last 2 years, right?
more
More
than
than
4 years.
About 4 years. So my plan was to change up to have a new person maybe, but since nobody's second, my opinion doesn't matter anyways.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Councilman.
The reason I have chosen Councilman Al-Sumaili because, you know, the guy owns a lot of businesses in the city of Hamtramck, doesn't have an hourly job. So he's always in the city of Hamtramck, it's always, he's able to be there for the meetings. So, and that's why I continue choosing Mr. Mohammed Al-Sumaili, Councilman Mohammed Al-Sumaili, to continue being in the planning commission, because I know for sure he will always be there during the meetings.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, there's going to be conflict of interest. You never
Not conflict of interest. Well, it's an extra volunteer work and time. Nothing is very powerful in this commission. It's just volunteer work. I am a member of this planning commission, And sometimes if you're busy, you just wish that you don't have that commitment to go to. It's true. But I have to be there at every meeting. So you guys can go ahead and vote if no more discussion.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Asmeri?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
I'm going to stay abstract. I'm not voting on this one.
Councilman Hassan?
No.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Farid?
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you. So motion carries. We move now to the second added resolution, which is S Resolution 2024-110. Huh?
Yeah, what's the new?
No, that they removed it. So this one is a resolution to contract with Michigan Department of Transportation, MDOT, for the Connect Street Reconstruction Project, Joseph Campo Avenue to Conant Street.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have John and John here to speak on this. Basically, we want to get rolling on this as fast as possible. This just came in today, hot off the press, so we didn't want to waste any time.
It's somewhat of an administrative issue, just to team up with MDOT for the bidding. The bids are coming in September 6th through MDOT, and then we're looking to initiate work this fall.
What do you think, when you can start?
The, under MDOT's rules, they have, the contractor has 45 days to execute the contract after September 6th. We anticipate that one of the bidders probably be one of the contractors that have already built Kniff and Holbrook and things, and that we would be able to accelerate that, and we look to start in early part of October for that. And this is being funded 81.8% from federal funds.
If you start in October, beginning of October, what do you think when it can, it could be done by this year?
That's our goal, is to finish, you know, it's...
Next year, no problem.
Yeah, we're looking to wrap up as much as we can, weather dependent. It's concrete, so we're able to go much further into the construction season than you are in asphalt through there. So we anticipate that we would be able to finish that unless some horrific weather came our way in the fall.
We're going to push hard, Councilman.
Yes.
We want this done.
We want this done for the community. We want, believe us, all of us on this side of the podium want it done.
We heard you loud and clear on all the construction.
Yes.
That's why this summer we started early on the alleys. We've been pushing as hard as we can. The only thing that's
doing
slowing
the
us up
alleys is a
are
great
state
idea.
regulations.
It gives us.
If it weren't for the state, we'd have been everything that'd be moving. Right.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Because this is concerning people, we were supposed to have the bid on June 7th, and then it was postponed. And so we are hoping that we can finish it this year because people are thinking that we like it.
In the state postponed us through the SHPO, the State Historic Preservation Office, because of Kniff and Joseph Campo is a historic district, and so they had to do a more thorough review, unfortunately, before we could actually get federal obligations. We now have all our obligations. Federal Highway Administration just authorized this project, so we're all locked and loaded.
Still going to be up to contractor, it's not us.
Yes.
No question, you can argue that.
Well, but once it's awarded and they're committed, we can push.
Okay.
Yeah, we think that it's going to be a contractor that's worked within the city in the past, understands the community, and we'll be able to work with them and accelerate that.
All right.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Smeri?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Sadman?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Farid?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. With that, we come to the end of the new businesses and we move to the reports. I really don't have much to say. Start with my report. most important event probably that we had over the past 2 weeks is today. We had something called the German American Young Leaders Conference today in downtown Detroit. It's an annual conference. It takes place in different states every other year, because 1 year will be here, another year will be in Germany. And so I was invited to speak at that conference today, along with the mayor of Dearborn. We met so many people from different states there. Some leaders who are chosen carefully to be the future leaders, some professionals as well. So we had a good conference, got to meet some people from Germany and from here. It took place this time in downtown Detroit. And so that was one of the activities that I did today. And I don't remember what we did over the past 2 weeks. I'm supposed to report to you the activities that we do, but there's so many of them that we can't remember. We have been busy. As I was speaking now, unfortunately, I just received a text that my aunt passed away back in Yemen. So very sad news to hear. And that's all my report for today. We move to the Mayor Pro Tem report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. My condolences to the family. And after 3 weeks later, repeating this meeting. Thank you, community people. A long time you guys are getting frustrated and hard time for the fencing issue. I hope from today, City Council passed the double fencing. So any other issues come up for the fencing issue, I hope City Council, especially City Manager, can help you out, bring to any issue to Max Caprino. And thanks to our police chief. He made a nice event yesterday. First time youth, Hamtramck Police Youth Academy event, this chamber. Luckily, I was there, part of those mayor, council, few other councilmen, Councilor Samari, Khalil Rafael, and Sadman was there. It is a good time. Kids in our future. You promoting kids, make them to know the community, police, and all those activities. A really, really good event you throw. I hope you keep it every year to let us kids know about the police and our community. I have nothing else to say. Thank you very much, and I hope everybody is safe and enjoy your time.
Thank you. I also want to thank the police chief for yesterday's event. I forgot to mention that. It was a new thing for our community, which everybody is excited to have. So we came yesterday, we were part of the opening of this program, and it will continue for another 2 days maybe. So thank you for everything you do. Thanks for the sponsors and for the parents who brought their kids, and for the police department, all the members who were part of it. Now, City Council reports, please.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I want to thank everybody who showed up here tonight. I'm glad to be back here in the city of Hamtramck. Start doing businesses. And my condolences to you and your family for your aunt, Allah yarhamah. And wish everybody a great night and be safe.
Mr. Mayor, my biggest condolences to you and your family. Also, and thanks to the community for participating in the voting process last Tuesday. But outcome was very low, percentage was very low. I hope in the near future we'll see more participation from the community. Thirdly, I want to ask a question to Mr. Max that, the empty lot, a lot of people came out with, they pay their fine for maintaining or something and then we passed the resolution that we're going to return their money, refund their money. What the processing on this one? Does anyone get the refund yet? Because it's a tax, people need to pay taxes.
We never, you're talking about where we changed the ordinance for the...
Yes, we had an empty lot that we was...
well, there wasn't a resolution to refund the money, it was just we changed the ordinance.
No, we were supposed to refund the money.
attorney was here too, I think.
I'll look into it, I'm not sure.
It can be Paul.
You did mention that.
I don't remember a resolution for that.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna have to look into that.
And, what's his name? Conrad was here, and he said, yes, we can refund it.
He did, that is true. I do recall.
Yeah, it was amended.
Yeah, it was.
He's right, 100%.
Okay, I mean, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I don't recall that off the top of my head.
I do.
I
remember asking Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad, I asked
Okay, we
him.
have to take the.
He was confused how, what's the process to refund, and Conrad said.
We thought we
can
couldn't
give it
refund, and Conrad said we could, so they
Yes.
included it.
Okay, all right, let me make a note.
Thank you, appreciate it. Also, the street sweeping, I know we purchased many vehicles. I don't see many like street sweeping recently, and that would be it. And
John,
thank you everyone for being.
Can we get an update on the street sweeping? No, other John.
Well, before we do all the streets, we have to go down the streets and cut the trees. So we've been,
Why do you think that the trees?
because we'd have to keep moving the street sweeper away from the curb because we got really low branches, so that's what we've been working on when we're not being pulled in 5,000 directions. We're still a couple guys late, we still have to hire 2 more guys, but we are hitting the streets, cutting down the branches so that we can get the units down the streets. So eventually, I'd like to get all of them done. We got the south of Holbrook, all those are done, the trees, and we started Gallagher, we cut some of Gallagher, Klinger, we just did Klinger, Moran, now they're getting ready to do Belmont and Toll Bridge.
So, vehicle is like too tall or something?
Too tall, yeah, and the branches, some of the trees have just not been maintained over the years, and we've been going through and
So
trimming them
what
up.
is the vehicle, you don't think of it like?
Oh, it'll scratch and screw up our vehicle, so I've been going through this. What we're doing now is we're actually closing the street down, we're cutting the trees, we're cleaning the catch basins, and we're sweeping the street and doing the potholes all at the same time. So I don't have to close the street down 4 times. So we're just doing the whole section and just banging everything out at one time. That's what we're doing.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, my condolences to you and your family. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. It's great to be back in the city. I was back home for the last 3 months, and I apologize. I couldn't tell anyone like I'm leaving for 3 months. I have to leave in emergency, like for family issue. As many of you know, like two of our family passed away in the last 4 months, so I have to go back to care of my family and bring them back here. Thanks to Mayor and Council for approving my excuse absences, and thanks for all for your cooperation. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Any more report?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Hassan.
I have to go something my personal related to the position. There is the one documentary, one of the group edited my speech. There is the other side of the conversation I do have, and I have the text messages from that phone number. It was done area code 313 phone number. Somebody called me. Name is Ali. Want to help me to my election? So I tell him, okay, you want to help me? You can help me. He said, can you come out to my home and we have some absentee ballot? And I said, no, I cannot go to your home. It is not legal. Yourself, you educate it and tell them to vote, return the ballot to the city hall. After that discussion, did not call me 2 days. After 2 days calling me again, I said, I got a sample ballot. Come with me. I will show you how to vote from the sample ballot. Then you can educate your people, and then they can go return the ballot to the city hall. After a couple of discussion, then I realized it is the setup. Then I want to set him up what I said, and then that is the only discussion they given to the people. Did not give all the discussion. I do have all the discussion. And one day he told me to come over there. Then I take 2 friends with me, and I call the Hamtramck city, one of the city official, I might need the police in the Detroit. Officials said, no problem. If we really need it, we can send them. And I go there, I want to catch him, he never show up over there. Then, call me again. I call him again. I want to catch, identify and catch him who is playing that game, all those under behind. It's the same group of people still doing some nasty thing. And I call again and again. After election I call, there is somebody, one of the American boys, excellent lady, answered the phone. I said, your phone will be under investigation very soon. He said, why? I said, that is the phone, somebody called me for this. So I just want to let the residents know, it is the group who lost the election, try to make up something, come back to this chair, we want to welcome them. Mayor did welcome them, be ready for next election. Don't try to funny thing, don't try to scam somebody, and they send this link to my job. I'm thinking there's some city official and some elected official involved with that. But I'm not easygoing guy. I will find out the way to catch you. And again, my residents, be careful, all those people who doing that. I want it very clear. If anybody run the election, come. I can take challenge with anybody here. I can win the seat. I'm going to be side of the winning, not the losing side. Because I live in Hamtramck 29 years. I help the Hamtramck people. They know me very well. Every election you see my number going up. It will be up. It's never going to go down. So be careful what you're doing with who. Thank you.
Any more reports?
Mr. Chair, can I have one minute, please?
Mr. Milgram, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. My colleague. First, thank you, our new what's the position we have, Abdurrahman? Treasurer. Congratulations. Abdurrahman, congratulations to join with us. And secondly, Mr. Hassan said something about the videos. I had some things also. In my election, somebody also calling me to getting some kind of helping me out. I know it is a trip. I try to work with them. I say, okay, I will come up there. I'll bring my two other people with the cameras. I don't see those people around. Second thing, on my phone, one of the guys come to sit down with me and discuss with me those travel. And it is right or wrong, I have the record. Boys or whatever he discussed with me. So whatever he put in the videos, one-sided. I have a full 40 minutes video in my phone. So if it's needed, I can provide anybody.
All right.
All those videos, he is very smart. He thought he is doing smartly. I did my part. I did record the conversation and I have those things. Thank you very much. Thank you to the residents to understand us, and we try to catch those people, and we do not have only one side, the story, full story. Let's bring the whole conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I guess with that we come to the end of the reports. He doesn't have anything to say. But we can go to the public comment.
Can we call up Mike? I know you wanted to speak on the public. Did you want to add on to what you were saying?
No, I have nothing more to add on that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And then Ibrahim, did you want to add on to?
Yes. Good evening again. I have 5 points I want to talk about. The first one is I don't know why we are always missing an elected official or appointed official in the city hall. 95% of the time, somebody's missing. The clerk is not here today. You come to a council meeting before that, the councilman is not here. You come to a council before that, before Jim Tahiri came, the chief was always missing. So I think that's an issue. You guys are getting paid by our tax dollars. You guys got to work on that and be responsible. And I'm not just talking about the city council and chief and city man, I'm talking about the whole city hall. Move the judge. And I know it's separate from the city hall. I'm talking about the city, not the judicial system. 95% of the time, somebody's missing. Every single day. I commend you, Mr. Mayor. You have not missed not a single council meeting. You went to Yemen and stayed for less than 12 days and came back for the next council meeting, so you don't miss it. Thank you for that. Second point. I seen the video, and there's the former mayor, the former city clerk, and the former council candidate talking about the absentee ballots. We've been dealing with this in Hamtramck since 1995 with absentee ballots. Why nobody talked about it before that? I was attacked in 2016 when I spoke and said we have the majority Muslim council. And most of you, I worked with everyone and helped everyone get elected. I'm an organizer and an activist over here. So I think the former mayor and the former clerk that were getting paid by our tax dollars working against the community and against the current council members and the mayor. Number 3, you said you have an Arabic-speaking people that work for you?
Yes.
Are they Yemeni dialect?
No, they're not.
Thank you very much. We have the same problem with the court system. They don't speak Yemeni. There's over 50 dialects in the Arab country. So please hire a Yemeni American to work for you and a Bengali American to work for you.
Certainly.
That's time, but you can ask for one more minute if you.
Can I ask for extra time? The 4th point, I would like to commend Chief Tahiri and Adnan Goba. Adnan Goba and Hamtramck Hardware started the first youth academy with the police department. Thank you guys. You guys doing a great job. Point number 5, I want to give my condolences to you, Mr. Mayor. Sorry for your loss.
Any more comments?
Nope.
All right. With that, we come to the end. We are going to have a closed session. And we are not coming back to vote. Correct. Right? So, yeah, you guys are free
Thank you,
to
guys.
go. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Carry over the food.